March 2025 is a game changer. Big shifts, hidden opportunities, and messages you need to hear. Are you ready? My name is Tom Janae, and I'm an oracle of sacred wisdom. And this is Future Sun Tarot, your space for illumination and truth. This reading will help you navigate the energy of March with clarity, align yourself with divine guidance and ancestral messages, and allow you to receive confirmations and encouragement on your personal, unique journey. So get ready to receive your message, and remember to check for your North Node, South Node, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for a full picture of March's energy. Oh, and before I forget, if you like live free tarot readings, sacred writings, or if you want to inquire about other services that I offer, feel free to visit my description box. Now let's dive into the reading. The timestamps for the individual signs will be in the description. I'll see you in your sign. Aries, welcome into your March 2025 energetic forecast, or your tarot scope reading, your spiritual guidance for this upcoming month. I pulled a spread together and pulled out some cards already for you guys, Aries. So let's discuss what's going on here. Your overall energy, your main theme for this month is solidified in this universe card. Spirit is urging you to take that leap of faith, Aries. I feel like within your energy, currently you have been weighing the pros and cons of some sort of decision. You know everything that you need to know to make this decision, but yet you're still at a stalemate. Yet you're still stuck in time, doubting yourself and doubting this decision. And why? I feel like what's going on, Aries, that you may be caring a little bit too much of external circumstances or what other people are thinking. So I feel like there's a lot of rebellious nature or a lot of rebellion that you want to do. There's a lot of things within your spirit that you feel like, you know what, this is uncomfortable. This doesn't resonate completely with me. But these buts are based on what will other people think? How will this appear? What if I break this mold that I've presented to the world? Can people still trust me? I feel like the biggest message for you is that, you need to trust your heart and follow it, but also trust that you will be guided and that you will be supported. And if you end up losing someone, a person, a place, a thing, because you're making this change or making this tough decision, it's all in alignment. And if you lose someone by choosing to align yourself with your highest goods and your deepest desires and needs, that person, that thing, or that place wasn't really for you to begin with. So I feel like with this universe card, Aries, it's time for you to end some chapters. It's time for you to end some things, and you know that it is. You can't keep holding on and assuming that things will get better or that you can continuously mask your feelings, Aries. So March 2025 for you is about really, one, stepping out on faith, but two, asking for divine guidance, praying. If you feel that you are stuck, Aries, and you're in between these two chapters, you know where your heart wants to go, but it doesn't seem practical, or you're putting these limiting beliefs that it doesn't feel practical. This is a time where you go out and you pray about it. You say specific prayers, you do specific affirmations, or you go to your altar and you pour your heart out based on what you want. This is also a great month, Aries, for you to talk to other people that may have experienced this sort of season, other individuals, elders of your community, parents, or anyone within your career field, if this is a career choice, within who has a relationship that reflects yours, anything or any area that you're having this back and forth energy. This may be the time where you seek guidance outside of yourself, but it feels more spiritual, seeking spiritual guidance or even tapping into your higher self. So this will be a great time too, Aries, in this month to entertain, sit and visualize how things could be if you made this decision. How happy could you be? What would your life look like? And start to get comfortable with it, because this energy is saying you have so much to gain. There's so much coming for you if you make this choice. There's a new beginning. Literally, these two cards. This is the card of your overall energy for this month. And this is literally the card of where you're going, what are you gaining after this month, or what are you gaining this month. So Spirit is literally telling you, it's time to go, baby. It's time to go, Aries. It is time to pack up. It is time to leave the things behind that no longer serve you and know that you're being guided towards something even better. I feel like God and Spirit, your ancestors, are guiding you to this new self-reliance and this new self-worth that can only be filled within, that can only be filled from having a relationship with the divine, your higher self, and your spiritual team and guides. And so this energy saying is you're taking a risk, but it's not really a risk because it's a calculated risk. You know the pros and cons, and if you haven't, Aries, looked at the pros and cons, I would ask you to do so. Do an old school list. Put that, make that T-chart. Pros and cons. Excuse my lip gloss. But yeah, we pull some more cards based on the underlying energy, and we do have the Six of Wands and this choice card under here too. So I feel like the challenge of this month, a potential challenge this month for you, Aries, is once again caring what other people think, and especially allowing other people's opinions to really sway you from following your heart. That's the biggest thing. Caring too much what people think. It's time for you to really be free and to really rebel against that self-limiting belief of assuming or caring that the world, matters more than your own self-worth, than your own happiness. And so that's the true energy for you this month. This upcoming month is about truly knowing your self-worth by choosing something that is aligning with your inner truth and makes you the happiest. What is self-worth if you can't choose the things that you want? What is self-worth if you don't trust that you can even have the life that you deserve? You did get this lovely card, and it is a Taurus card, wisdom card within this deck. And I'll read it out to you guys, Aries. A pearl forms in an oyster. You are worthy, Aries. There's nothing that you need to earn, achieve, perform, or receive for this to be true, Aries. Say something kind to yourself every day to help you remember that you are the pearl in the oyster. This is your life, Aries. You are the pearl in the oyster. This is your life, is what you make it. At the end of the day, it's about what makes you happiest. Maybe you've been a martyr for everyone else. Maybe you've put yourself last for so long, Aries. This message is telling you it's time to choose yourself, because that is how you gain and grow your self-worth. You can believe and say all the time that you know your self-worth, but now you're in this crossroads energy where it's time to choose you and you're still afraid. So make the uncomfortable choice, Aries. Make the uncomfortable choice, Aries, in this upcoming month. If it's been presented to you and you just pray about it first and foremost, trust your discernment, but also this message is saying that you're overanalyzing. So take that leap of faith, Aries. That's your energetic reading for this month. We'll put this card down in a Substack, so check that out in my description if you want to look deeper into it, and I will accompany it with some affirmations and potential journal prompts that could help you out, Aries, in this upcoming month. But overall, Aries, you got it. You truly have it. If you tend to doubt yourself in this month, slow down, meditate on it, and question. I have all the information. If you have all the information and you're still doubting or making a decision, question and ask yourself why. What does that say about my self-worth? What ideals am I holding on, and what is blocking me from choosing myself? I hope this energetic forecast helped you out tremendously. Make sure you watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, or any other sign that may resonate with you. You can also cross-watch if you're interested in that as well. And if you like this content, feel free to share, to like, to comment, so that more individuals can find this content, and so that I know you like it so I can continue on. But yeah, it's been my pleasure, Aries, and I'll talk to you guys later. Taurus. It feels like in March 2025, the spotlight is on you. It feels as though with all this energy, I pulled some cards for you guys, did my own little spread for the month ahead, but this energy feels like you're being rewarded for all the hard work you've put in previous months or even previous years. A lot of this feels about your integrity, or you're being blessed for your integrity, but let's start off for your overall energy for the month, and you got the Magus or the Magician card. So this energy also feels like, Taurus, you have reached this point where you have all the tools that you need to be successful, or that there's this last tool that you're waiting on that has been given to you. I feel like a lot of this could be creative tools, or really understanding your sacral chakra, your creativity within this, but I honestly feel like you have balanced something in your life, or did some healing, you have reversed something, you did a spiritual bath, you did something. You just could have just had a great heart no matter what you've been through. You've moved through love despite the obstacles in your way, and you are being blessed with it. Another overall energy card that you guys got for this month is the Fortune card here, which is the Sun and Leo. I hope it can focus on it. But yeah, Taurus, this energy is literally saying that you have so much at your disposal and potentially you're getting a leg up. What you're leaving behind is also this justice card and this innovation card. And so with this energy here, on what you're leaving behind, it honestly feels like fairness. Potentially you're about to get a level up where things may not seem fair, or maybe you're in the public eye this upcoming month. Maybe people are seeing you and feeling as though you've quantum leap. Potentially you are quantum leaping in this upcoming month in March. It feels as though you have touched, or you are touching your manifestations in March 2025. Now, the key here for you, Taurus, is yes, you are getting your desires. Yes, things are working out for you. Yes, you're finally touching the things that you have been praying for or working towards and manifesting. But now it is the time to make sure you know how to protect it. So March 2025 is about thinking deeply before you act. Okay, it is also saying know better so you do better. So if there has been things that came in the way in other chapters when you reach other successes, this month is to make sure you continuously pass this test and continuously level up, but beyond any sort of way that you would limit yourself. But this energy here feels as though you may want to potentially celebrate in silence or celebrate on a small scale, get together a budget. If this is a large financial influx or a large job or opportunity, find ways to make sure that you are securing and protecting these new assets and these things that you are getting in March 2025, but this whole year. It feels like you could be getting new property, moving to a new place, getting something that can really help you and allow you to grow your finances or to grow more stability, whether that's in your love life, your career, or your finances. I feel like for you, Taurus, there's also something here about love. Potentially you have decided to put your heart out there or do some inner healing, become a better lover for yourself first and then for others. And there is an energy of what's coming your way, where you're gaining this month. It's the Two of Cups. And then also this endurance card as well. So we have a lot of sun energy for you this month, Taurus, and a lot of Jupiter energy. So Jupiter is about expansion, it's about wealth, it's about accumulation, finances, right? And the sun is all about being in the center of attention. It's also sun and like hoodoo as well is like the crown of success. You do sun rituals for illumination, for brightness to be seen. So once again, I do feel like, Taurus, you're going to be in the center spotlight, and that could come with individuals, you know, that you may need to weed out, you may need to have protection from, you may need to make sure, you know, you are using the knowledge that you gained from past chapters in this chapter. I feel like this coming month, you will have a lot of things that are going to seduce you, whether that is sexually, romantically, or financially. There's a lot of options coming to you in this upcoming month. It is about what you do with those options, and you make sure that it's still guiding you towards the path that you have set out and that you've been manifesting. So honestly, Taurus, this upcoming month for you is about, you have the tools now. What do you do with them? You know, are you going to fumble as soon as you receive it, or are you going to be steady and you're going to actually, you know, find ways to make what you've got, what you're getting blessed with in this upcoming month to work for you? So I feel a lot of this is that, honestly, some dream is coming true, some reality is coming true. This could be really significant for some people. This could be something small happening for others, but this could be a life change happening as well. Or this could be you getting the tools that will enable you to change your life. So I feel like if you're getting a lot of ideas in this upcoming month, pay attention to them, write them down, pay attention to your dreams as well. Pay attention to thoughts that you may get, spiritual downloads that you may get while you're coming and going, while you're en route places, Taurus. I feel like that is something that your spiritual team will be doing tremendously in this upcoming month. So pay attention. But there's a lot here about protection. So potentially you may want to do a protection ritual, protect yourself from yourself as well. Make a list or pay attention to the ways where you may also self-sabotage or get in your own way, so that this does not happen when you're blessed with this new beginning or just this new influx of ideas, finances, opportunities, lovers, etc. I feel like a lot of this as well is that potentially, Taurus, you could have had some issues in relationships, or maybe you're in a current relationship, Taurus, and things could have been, you know, on the fence. And this energy for March is also saying, before you let anything go, Taurus, make sure you're using all the tools that you have to make that relationship work. So this could also be saying that don't be too quick to end something in this upcoming month, Taurus. This could be some sort of growing pains, or once again, a test to see if you're going to fight for what you've been blessed with. So especially if this is love, Taurus, it feels as though you could have some sort of rocky foundation, or something rocking your foundation in March, especially in regards to your relationship. But this is a lot of energy saying that if you have God or your spirituality at the center of your relationship, make sure you are also praying to help through these issues with your lover, or with any sort of that dynamic and connection that you have. So I feel like a lot of this for you, Taurus, is honestly just thinking smarter and not harder. Sometimes you may make issues larger than they appear to be. And this is making sure that you slow down and you actually look at the issues and pinpoint, why you may get overly frustrated with them, or why do you make them to seem so large. I honestly feel like that you have more things to be thankful for, Taurus, in March than you have to be upset about. So this is definitely a message that you may need to come back to while you're dealing with March, because there could be a lot of energy around you. Like I said, you could be in the spotlight. You could be sharing more ideas. You could be more public. Maybe your relationship is going public, and this new change will come with growing pains, but you have all the tools, Taurus. That's what your spiritual team, what Spirit wants you to know. You have all the tools to be successful and to make this last and to make it work. So know that if you prayed for something and you got it, sometimes you get tested when you receive it to see if you know how to handle it and if you're worthy of it, or if you're going to self-sabotage. So there's a lot here about that energy. But also, Taurus, I read this for Aries, so I'm gonna read it for you too. And Aries may be significant. Potentially you may want to look into your sidereal chart. But we have the beauty card, which is Libra and material. That's your overall energy for the month. I'm going to read it for you. A swan glides into view. What does beauty mean to you? Does it evoke wonder, peace, joy, meaning, or something else, Taurus? How much does the pursuit of beauty guide your actions? Ask yourself whether your unique perspective on beauty is benefiting or hindering you. So I feel like this card here ties back into this message of, don't be so quick to leave something behind. What is your ideal of beauty? So this is saying too, like, what is your ideal of the perfect relationship? What is your ideal of the perfect work life or the perfect finances? And does that really align with you? So I feel like you may be seduced in this upcoming month, Taurus, on things that really seem as though that they may benefit you, but what you have at home is better. That's what this energy feels like. Excuse me, this energy feels like you may be seduced to, you can even break it down small, to get a meal or overspend, but what you have at home is enough, is sufficient. So this could be overspending, or even having an affair, doing something outside of your romantic dynamic, and it's like saying that may look seductive, but what you have at home is worth it and is for the long run. So I think the biggest message here, Taurus, is to make sure you know what you have and how valuable it is. And if you are questioning it, if it's worthy for you or if it's really what you want, take some time to sit down with it before you make any rash and crash decision. Because I feel like a lot of this is that you may feel impulsive. And also with this impulsive energy, Taurus, it could be spiritual. So that could be another thing. You may want to make sure you ground yourself, do some shielding, protect your chakras, and also do protection rituals, because it could be with all this energy around you, all this spotlight, it could be that this energy is almost trying to trick you out of your spot. So make sure you know what you have. Like I said earlier in this reading, you have more things to be grateful for than you do to complain about, Taurus. So you need to remind yourself that when you're going through frustration. So I feel like this is a very unique month for you. I feel like it is setting you up for long-term stability. But once again, this is like testing if you're deserving of the crown or of whatever this is that you've been praying for. So once again, sometimes you get blessed with things and it seems small, but it grows and it expands and it becomes everything you want. So make sure you know, honestly, this is the message, Taurus. Make sure you know what this ideal relationship, work life, friendship dynamic, family, whatever it is, looks like at the beginning. what does it look like from the start? Because maybe Taurus, you only know what it looks like at the end, and you're so focused on this end goal, and you're seeing it like, oh no, it's not there yet, or this person isn't this way, or you're so focused on seeing it as the end goal, the grand picture, the grand scheme of it all. But this message, Taurus, saying don't get caught up, because you're blessed with the seed. Do you know what the seed looks like? You know what the flower looks like, but do you know what the seed looks like, Taurus? But that's what I have for you for this upcoming month. I hope you have an amazing, I wanted to say do well, but I hope you do well this month. I hope you have an amazing month. I potentially will put this card and affirmations or journal prompts to accompany it on my Substack. So pay attention for that. It may be in the description. As well, if you like this content and you want to see more of it, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. That will allow other people to receive this message as well, to guide them for their month ahead, and also to show that you're interested in this content, because once again, I'm trying a lot of new things and I love your feedback. But it was my pleasure. I'll talk to y'all next time, Taurus. Gemini, March 2025 feels like a brand new beginning for you. But it feels a lot in regards to your family dynamic. So for you, Gemini, potentially you will share something new with your family, potentially a new investment, a new project, or you're going to share more about your life, your personal life, your sexuality, or you're going to come clean about something. Potentially as well for you, Gemini, in this upcoming month, maybe your family, your close friends, or those you choose to be family, are finally seeing you for who you truly are and seeing your true potential. So let's dive into it. So Gemini, I put together my own spread for this upcoming month. And I've already pulled some cards, so we're going to dive into the spread. Your overall energy for this upcoming month, Gemini, is the Ace of Pentacles. So a brand new beginning that will be a long term, will be something that's given to you by spirit, by your spiritual team. But I feel like a lot of this for you, Gemini, is a lot about clarity. Potentially there has been excuse me, there may have been a lot of conflict within your family dynamic. Potentially also, maybe you accepted so much responsibility, you put so much on your back and felt as though you had to, carry your family or carry the lineage, carry a lot of traditions. And within this upcoming month, I feel as though you're leaving behind some sort of burden. You're leaving behind feeling as though you have to fight. So this isn't a leave behind position for this upcoming month. It feels as though you're leaving behind fighting for things, fighting for people to see your worth, Gemini, fighting for understanding. And potentially this is why this month is about your family. Maybe your family set the standard where you always had to fight to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. And that dynamic has continued over in other places of your life, such as work, work, friends, or even lovers, where you always find yourself having to take the extra effort, do the, additional steps, be the bigger person, always having to carry relationships on your back and always having to be the one to be resourceful, feeling as though you take so much responsibility. And Gemini, in this upcoming month, it feels like you're saying, excuse my language, to hell with that. It's time for you to focus on yourself. It's time for you to grow. Gemini, always taking the responsibility and taking care of so many people has been weighing you down, has been drying your cup, and you need to grow, you need to expand, you're ready for more, and that comes with conserving your energy. Spiritually, you do have an influence. Potentially this could be a masculine ancestor that has passed away, that is guiding you and protecting you, and potentially could be the one giving you this feeling and this drive to choose yourself. This ancestor feels very masculine. Could be someone who as well took on too much responsibility, or had so much on their shoulders. And so this is a message too for you, Gemini, to, potentially talk to your ancestors, especially if this is a male ancestor that you're really close to, and to ask for, protection, ask for them to help and guide you through this time where you have to defend your energy, where you have to put up boundaries, especially with those that you love the most. And that's what this energy feels like for you, Gemini. You're putting up boundaries with your family. You are working hard so that you can create some sort of stability within yourself, and potentially stability with your family too. But it's like, I can't grow for the future if you're draining me in the current? So a lot of this Gemini is you being honest with your family or with those that you call your family that, you know, I need more time to myself. I need to focus on where I'm going. And if I can't help me, I can't help you later, you know, Gemini. So I do feel like you have a lot of spiritual protection, especially if you have to put down or insert, you know, especially if you have to assert boundaries on those that are really close to you. I really feel that this is a strong energy, protecting and guiding you. But let's look into more. So what you're leaving behind, like I said, is being this people pleaser, especially with your family, being the one who always to call on, and you feel as though you're drained because you're always that person for everyone else. And I honestly feel like you could be gaining a person that you can rely on, but what you're gaining too is that honestly, you're shocking people and you may get an opportunity. This could be a job, this could be a relationship, but it really feels more so like a job. You're getting some sort of opportunity for you, Aries, where you could have Aries in your chart, Gemini, where you may be forced to choose yourself, where the opportunity is so good and maybe it moves you across country or it moves you to another country, or it takes up so much of your time where you have no other choice but to choose you. But I do feel as though you're going to get some sort of unexpected blessing, Gemini, in this upcoming month so that you can focus on yourself and grow for the future. And this unexpected blessing could be something material, could be a job, but it also could be you coming to the realization and sitting with yourself and saying, wow, I need to focus on me. Where I've been focusing on everyone else, I don't even know what my future goals are. I don't even know where I want to be in the next 3 years because all my energy goes to everyone else. So I feel like that's the biggest thing for you in this upcoming month, Gemini. Now, as far as some subconscious influences and potential challenges for you this upcoming month, Gemini, I feel like what can be challenging could be feeling as though you are believing, or the challenge could be believing sort of ideals or characteristics that other may place onto you. So I think the biggest thing here for you in this upcoming month, if you do set these boundaries, don't take the response personal. Maybe there are going to be individuals that are going to be really upset, but don't take things personal this upcoming month. So the potential obstacle or challenge for you is maybe having to do more things by yourself, having these boundaries and not, you know, securing the boundaries within yourself. You can set boundaries with your family and then, you know, you find yourself reneging on those boundaries. So I think the biggest challenge is for you to stay solid in what you are working on in this upcoming month. So if you set those boundaries, make sure that you defend them. You have your spiritual guide and your spiritual team defending them too, Gemini, but it's also important that you don't renege and go back, because if you want to be taken seriously, if you want to take yourself seriously, you have to do the things that are uncomfortable. And that's what this feels like. Your card for this month within this Oracle deck is Scorpio Material Endings. And I'm going to read this for you if you kind of can see it. A tadpole on the brink of transformation. Something must end for something new to begin, Gemini. Think of something you have lost in your life. Did you process it fully, Gemini? What needs to be felt before you can move on? And so with this too, this could also be saying, Gemini, this month is urging you to grieve a little bit more, or to process grief if you have been putting that off. And this could be grieving this potential masculine energy that you have lost in the past, or even grieving a family dynamic that you once had. And this could even be deeper, grieving a past lifetime dynamic that you may not even be aware of, that you're still grieving in this lifetime. So for you, Gemini, versatility is really important in this upcoming month. This is another overall energy card. This is being honest with your true nature, your dualistic nature, Gemini, and making sure that you are, as much as you are giving to yourself as well. So this month could prompt you to do a lot of shadow work, Gemini. It could be prompting you to once again go into the depths of your psyche, to take apart the ideals and the identity that you have accepted from your family lineage, making sure that that is in alignment with who you are, and seeing if you also want to practice the same traditions that your ancestors or your lineage or your direct parents practice. This energy feels like you're about to break out of this tradition, this mold, so that you can literally succeed and potentially elevate your lineage to a brand new level. So this is saying, hey, everyone in my family do things this certain way, and this is where they landed. So let me try to do something a different way, because I don't want to land there. I don't want to land the same place that they landed. And this energy too for you, Gemini, is that there is no time. Like, time isn't losing you. If you feel like it's too late, that's an illusion. It is practical to start any time to insert those boundaries. The perfect time to start is now. It is March 2025. So if you're caught up in your head, Gemini, oh, it's too far gone, it's too far in the past. No, this is the perfect time, and it is time for you to choose yourself and to move forward, and really do the shadow work, really get deep into who you are, and what you hold on to and why you move and have certain habits. But that's the time I have with you, Gemini. I hope you've resonated with this. I may share this card online on my Substack with affirmations to support it, to help you throughout this month. But if you like this content, feel free to watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign as well within this video. And like, share, and subscribe if you resonate with this or you like this style of content, because I'm trying a lot of new things on my channel. And the more you like and you comment and you engage with the post, the more I can know where I should put my energy and what content that you guys like. So I talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have an amazing March. Cancer. The first thing that came to mind while pulling the energy for you guys for March 2025 was this one lyric, and of course this person is canceled now, but you know it's real when you are who you say you are. And so that is your theme for March 2025. I put together my own spread for this upcoming month, and I pulled some cards already for you guys, Cancer. And the first card that came out for you guys, the Queen of Wands. Okay. So Cancer. And then we also have the Mars and Leo egotism card coming out for you guys, as well as this overall energy. So this upcoming month for you, Cancer, feels as though truly embodying the qualities and the characteristics that make you so unique, and also makes you this very daring and courageous being. I feel like a lot of this upcoming month for you, Cancer, is also about honoring your intuition, but using your intuition as well to guide you with your creativity and to find ways to really express who you are, and share it with the world. So I know that's pretty simple, but let's get deeper into the spread. So the spiritual influences for you this month is the Magician, and also this card of choice coming out here. So I honestly feel like spiritually you're getting this energy of, what do you want? What do you want to create? This energy is also saying that you have so many tools at your disposal. It's all about choosing. And so this energy for you this upcoming month, Cancer, feels like making the choices that reflect who you are and reflect your inner vibrance, your inner radiance. And you're that girl, that guy, that woman, that man sort of energy. You are it. And so this is about falling deep into your confidence and knowing that you are worthy of sharing your ideas, and you are who you say you are. So I feel like a lot of exterior baggage or walls, some sort of resistance based on your external appearance is definitely it's falling away. And this could be things that came about in childhood or early development within your career, or even with your close community, where you could have went through mistakes, or you could have had mistakes they felt really public, and other people never really let you let go of those mistakes and always tied you into those past mistakes. And this energy for you in March 2025 feels like, wow, no. Cancer is not the same person, and Cancer has changed, and maybe we were wrong judging Cancer based on those mistakes. What you're leaving behind is this feeling of overworking, taking too much responsibility, but also potentially overworking to prove yourself, overworking to appear to be worthy, or overworking to express who you are to the world. So this feels like you're about to just get in this natural just essence of who you are and just flow and be. This also energy too, I know Cancer is also very matriarch or very motherly as well. And this also feels like you may be being showcased for all of your nurturing characteristics, or even if you are a mother, how you have raised your family, raised your kids. And there's just a lot of recognition, or just kind of like props being given to you in this upcoming month. And I feel like as well, you're leaving behind overthinking about speculation of who you are. And if people want to hold on to this outdated version of you, let them. They're missing out on who you truly are and your true innate qualities, and while you're leaving that behind, you also are moving toward, and your card of where you're moving towards or what you're gaining in March 2025, and I guess all 2025 is the King of Wands. And this card really feels like you're becoming one with both sides of you, your masculine and your feminine, but both honoring this creative, this daring, this go-getter, this ambitious nature that you truly are. And so a lot of this energy for you in March 2025 is like a breath of fresh air, Cancer. It really does feel that way. Now, there's some subconscious things underlying with this energy for the month, and things that could be potential obstacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. And so potential obstacles could be for you doing things the same way, holding on to routines, rituals that don't really benefit you, doing things that, especially in regards to money as well, spending money in ways where it doesn't really benefit you, especially if you're working towards your own business or entrepreneur pursuits. This month for you is really about you slowing down to make sure that you're not putting too much just adverse energy onto your goals, onto your business, onto this person that you're becoming. So you may have some habits, Cancers, that do not resonate with this person that you are. And that may be the things that also may need to be removed so that others can see you in your true light, but also that you can see yourself in the true light. So I feel like you're prepping for this major upgrade and this major coming home to yourself, this big homecoming. And the biggest thing for you is that you may be, releasing certain things and changing your life in significant ways, but it feels like your day-to-day life, and it could be a little scary. Another overall energy card that I did pull for you guys out of this oracle deck is Fascination or Anxiety, and this is in a Virgo emotion card. Excuse me, I'm going to read this for you guys. A woodpecker bores through tree bark. Your capacity to drill into the details may be resulting in an exciting and energizing feeling of fascination, Cancer. Or it may be causing you to overthink things and feel anxious. If the latter is the case, it might be helpful to broaden your perspective. And so this energy too is that you potentially are leaving behind overthinking. Excuse me. You could be leaving behind overthinking your creative ideas, your entrepreneur pursuits. You could be leaving behind just kind of being hyper fixated and anxious on the smallest details and focusing on the grand scheme of it all. And just knowing that sometimes it's best to just put things out there. It's best to just go than to hold on and like block yourself from receiving the recognition you deserve because of the small things. So this energy, honestly, for you, Cancer, is saying go. You're getting the go, you're getting the push. You literally have all the tools. Your ancestors, your spiritual team is saying it's up to you to choose what you want. But make sure you are monitoring, your day-to-day habits that could be blocking you from acquiring what you're moving towards. So Cancer, this message is so simple for you. You got it. You are that girl. You are that guy. You are that woman. You are that man. You are the person that you believe you are deep down. And no matter what the outside world is trying to tell you about who you are, no matter what politics, agendas, no matter what's going on around you, you know your truth and your spiritual team is backing it. So make your reality the way you want it to be and don't stress over the small details. It will be handled. I promise you. Just make the choice on where you want to go, and your spiritual team will do the rest. That's all I have for you, Cancer. I know that was a little quick compared to the other signs. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising sign, your North Node or Venus for more detailed information about this upcoming month. You can also pay attention to see on my Substack, I may drop the link below with this card and potentially affirmations or journal prompts that will go with that. But yeah, if you like this content and this video resonated with you, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that other people can receive this message and help them throughout the month, as well as letting me know that you like this content style, that you like this video style, because like I said on this channel, I'm experimenting, I'm trying new things, and I want to know what works best for you guys so that I can share more of it. But that's all I have for you guys, Cancer. I hope you have an amazing March, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Leo, March 2025, relationships are definitely the center of your attention this coming month. It feels like Leo, with your overall energy being the Ace of Cups, it feels as though potentially you could be making new relationships, meeting new people, finding, gems in people or organizations, groups, communities that you may have overlooked. I feel like March 2025 is restoring your faith potentially in humanity, or restoring your faith in having valuable connections. And maybe in the past you have been, neglecting or a little bit too afraid to really, decide to get out there, to get back in the game, and to really, reconnect with just love. It could be love, it could be just friendships, it can be family, etc. It just feels like either your truth is coming out and being revealed, or you're seeing the truth in a lot of people that you overlook in your day-to-day life, Leo. I just feel like there's a lot of harmonious relationships, or there's a lot of harmony coming to your current relationships, or new relationships are going to come in that are very harmonious to you. And I feel like it's because of your optimism. You're seeing, the silver lining and everything, and it's allowing you to manifest new things and just new opportunities to come your way. So I decided to put my own spread together for this upcoming month, and we'll go through the spread. We just started with the overall energy. Let's start with some of the spiritual influences that are above you this upcoming month, Leo. And for those cards, we have this Knight of Pentacles being the spiritual influence for you, Leo, for this upcoming month. This could be messages from your higher self, your ancestors, etc. So within this energy, I feel as though you're going to be getting potentially visions or dreams or reminders. Maybe this energy feels like as well for you, Leo, that maybe you've been afraid to step out, to take those leap of faith in regards to relationships, whether that's platonic or romantic. And it feels like you've been doubting, your judgment. But the spiritual influence for you this month is that you'll either get heightened discernment, very clear spiritual messages and signs to know if you should trust someone, if you shouldn't. But also it just feels like, you're going to be able to feel a little bit more competent in what you decide to embark on, or what relationship you decide to embark on. And I just feel like you put a lot of hard work in, healing from the past, potentially, Leo. And it just feels like your spiritual team is trying to give you something, trying to offer you over some sort of stability, some sort of just a person. And this could even be them. Like maybe you're also going to heighten your relationship with your spiritual team, your higher self, your ancestors, with God, with spirit, with source. And this energy feels like you're getting something, or you're gaining something that's going to be so long-term and so fulfilling. And this honestly could just be a heightened relationship with the divine. It really could be. Or this could be having a relationship where you guys can talk about your spirituality, talk about your religion, and really feel like you have someone that's on your level and that really understands and gets you. And once again, Leo, you could have been overlooking this person. Let's get into some more cards. The subconscious energy below you. So we did this kind of as above, below type of spread here. And the subconscious energy below you, things that could potentially be blocking you that you may need to, tap into. We do have the Sun card, right? And so this could also say that potentially, either you are too quick to reveal things, you're too quick to overgive, or too quick to share things that could remain personal as well. So this could also be why, your over energy, your spiritual energy could also be saying having a heightened dynamic or a intimate relationship with the divine will allow you to protect yourself, would allow you to stop oversharing and overgiving, and it will also guide you in a way that you have such beautiful discernment that you know who deserves your energy and who doesn't. But I feel like that what's subconscious is that potentially, like I said, this energy of maybe you've been overlooking people. So make sure you're not writing people off, and this energy can go both ways. Maybe people have written you off and you're finally coming out, or people are finally seeing your truth. But this could also say that you've been writing people off. You have just been, not seeing the possibilities of certain relationships, friendships, or different dynamics that could actually help you and move you forward. Leo, in regards to what you're leaving behind, it feels like potentially contemplation, staying in the house a little bit too much, overthinking things. This could also just say, just being too comfortable, being in your comfort zone, not taking that uncomfortable step forward that's going to, shift you into growth and shift you into a new reality. So it really feels like what you're leaving behind is potentially even overindulging in certain things, feeling sluggish. It could be being lazy. It could just be, putting things off and continuously saying, saying you're going to do this or you're going to make this change and not doing so. I feel like what you're doing moving forward is you're learning your truth, but you're giving so much to yourself. You're realizing, Leo, in March 2025, that you deserve meaningful connections and relationships, and it doesn't benefit you to stay in the house or to neglect the potential to have meaningful relationships. And that I honestly feel like you thrive in those relationships. You learn more about yourself, and you can also heighten your creativity. I just feel like this energy has been, you just been so scarred, battered, and bruised by the past, whether that's romantic or platonic, and you've been blocking yourself from getting that fulfillment. But that's coming in this upcoming month. Now, what you're gaining, what you're moving towards, is this Knight of Cups card. And excuse my Knight of Cups, it is a little damaged slightly. But with this Knight of Cups, I feel like you're dating, or you're going out with friends, you're going on new dates, going on new adventures. You could also be glamorizing your life, finding things that you want to do, have fun, right? I feel like a lot of this is you're being very optimistic. You're moving towards seeing life through a rose-colored glass. So maybe you've been depressed in the past months. Maybe you've just been feeling down on your luck and beating yourself up for the obstacles and the things and the challenges that you've experienced. But it feels like moving forward, you like, no, you know what? I'm going to make the best of everything I have. Even if it's not the best, you know what? I'm going to move on. I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to appreciate every day. Your overall energy card for this month, Leo, is this Virgo spirit card. And I'm going to read this out. I've read it for the other signs. And like I said, potentially I will have in the description a link where you can get this card, where you can get this card and potential affirmations and journal prompts. But let's read it, Leo. This is Virgo, a spirit card, right? It's searching for gemstones in the dirt. It's time to look very closely at what's right in front of you. Is there something you're missing? Can the power of your attention turn a negative into a positive, Leo? An optimistic mindset might help you to see what's possible. And so that's really this overall energy for you this month. The more optimism you show, it's like the more you can be surprised. It's like that prayer or that saying that's very popular. How good can it get? Show me how good it can get. And that's what it feels like. And maybe this is saying too as well that, you know, you're trying things that are very new, but you're usually, maybe you doubt it already, or you say you won't do it because you already know how it's going to end up. And this time you're like, you know what? Show me how good it can get. Maybe I'm not seeing it from the clear perspective. And so I feel like for this month, Leo, you're just clearing your glasses. You're cleaning off debris, smog, anything that's blocking. You're removing the veil. You're removing the haze. You're removing anything that has been blocking you from seeing things from this perspective of optimism, of joy, of happiness. And so this does feel like potentially you are heightening your relationship with the divine, and you're tapping back into your spirituality and understanding that through faith, you know, through your divine relationship, anything is possible and you can do anything. But that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this message resonated. I hope you have an amazing month. And if this video is something that you like, feel free to share, like, and subscribe so that more individuals who need similar content can reach it, or it can reach them, as well as letting me know if you like this style, because I'm trying new things on my channel. I'm kind of like you, Leo, in this upcoming month. Let's just try something new. I'm not putting any judgment on anything. I'm just having fun. And so if you like this style of content, feel free to like, share, and support in that way, and comment, as well as watch for your sun, moon, Venus, north node, south node, rising sign, or also cross watch if you would like for another sign. But it's been my pleasure. I'll talk to y'all later. Virgo, March 2025 is a very healing month for you. You could be healing dynamics within your parent or like your relationship with parental figures in your life. This could also say that you're healing as well dynamics between your masculine and feminine principles within yourself. Your overall energy card for this month is the lovely Star card. So a lot about your spirituality, your self-expression is coming to the forefront in this upcoming month. Now, I decided to put together my own spread, and we're going to go and dive into this energy for you, Virgo, for this month. So starting with the energy above you, the spiritual influences that are above you and guiding you this upcoming month is the Ten of Swords. We also do have this oracle card, the Sun vision, right? But with this overall energy of the spiritual energy above you that's guiding you in this upcoming month, feels as though things have probably reached the end You know, things have reached the worst that it could be, and you're seeing potentially, you saw the worst case scenario, and so what's moving you forward is a sense of being able to see beyond the horizon, or seeing beyond the storm. You know, the storm has passed and now things are getting very clear. And so a lot of this too, spiritual energy above you guiding you could also be a lot about tough love. You know, maybe you've come to a point where you had to give tough love, where you had to, you know, cut some people off, and you're seeing how that has affected relationships, how it potentially has made relationships grow and expand. And so this energy feels like, you know, within this too, the spiritual influence could be as well needing to do a spiritual cleanse to reset some of your energy as well, remove any debris of past chapters to reset your energy. But as far as your subconscious influence and potential obstacles that you can run into, we have the King of Wands coming out. And we have this acquisition, which is the Sun in Taurus as well. So I honestly feel like what's beneath you, or what is the subconscious energy guiding you this upcoming month, could be about, you know, sharing a lot of your perspectives, or honestly realizing that you kind of like, this energy feels like you are seeing beyond people's problems, or you see people's problems and you use others' examples so that you don't have to experience those certain obstacles. And so the subconscious energy is also making sure you're not being a little too boastful, of being too prideful as well, you know, sharing a little bit too much in regards to feeling as though, you know, you're better than others, or you know, you couldn't get in that situation, or it's not you. To be very humble. There's an energy here for you, Virgo, to be humble and to understand that other people have their own struggles. And I feel like with this spiritual energy above you could also talk about generational trauma and curses. So you could be seeing a lot of the things that potentially plagued you, or that is plaguing you, and that it originated within your parents or their parents. So a lot of this is saying, hey, I actually see the center, the cause of these issues, and now I'm going to make sure I work, you know, and get beyond them. What you're leaving behind is the Four of Swords. Leo also had this, so you may have Leo placements or be Leo on your sidereal chart. So make sure you check for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, whatever you know you like to, your rising, etc. And so with this energy as well, it feels like potentially, you know, you have been very, you could have been aggressive in your approach, trying to get other people to understand, trying to get people to see your perspective, or to really want better for their lives. And maybe they, you know, they don't want to, or they're not ready yet. And so it's this energy of leaving behind, like trying to force people to do right, or force your agenda or objective onto people, even if you feel like it is the best thing. And so I feel like this is also, you're leaving behind potentially doubting yourself as well, or holding on to ideas when you should really release them, when you should say things. And so this could be part of this generational trauma as well, where you hold on to feelings and you don't share them, and you just believe that it has to be bottled up inside. And no, you're actually going to do things that are uncomfortable in order so that the true vision, the true light can be illuminated. Moving forward for you, Virgo, what you're walking into, or what you're gaining this upcoming month, we do have the Hangman. And then we also have this oracle card, the Moon in Capricorn, 10th house, practicality. And so I also feel like with this Virgo, you're learning to, you know, hold your tongue sometimes, express the things that you really need to express, but make sure, I feel like you're learning to be humble. You're learning to not throw all your cards on the table at once, to really sit back and see the long run of the game, how the game is going to play out in the long term, you know. And that's just a beautiful energy of maturity. I feel like the best thing, or the biggest thing for you this upcoming month, Virgo, is a lot of maturity, emotional maturity, spiritual maturity. You've reached a point where you've tried it this way. It's like, now let's try it a different way, you know. So maybe there's a harshness that you may have had, a judgment, you know, that you've had over others, especially potentially parents, and you're realizing that, you know what, if I had these similar circumstances, maybe I could have been this way, or maybe I couldn't. But it's just saying that everyone has their own journey and their own choice on how they want to live their lives. And it's just taking yourself from feeling so, you know, overly, just kind of like overly criticizing or critical, overly critical of others. Your overall energy card that we pulled out of this oracle deck is the Leo material. So like I said, the Leo reading could be significant, but I'm gonna read it out to you. Painting a self-portrait. Find the right fuel for your self-expression. Making something, whether painting, a meal, a hairstyle, or a song, will help you transcend the mundane, Virgo. Through your creativity, you share your spirit with the world. And so not only are you realizing, or you're finding ways to, you know, see outside of people's mistakes or their past or their shortcomings? I feel like you're also realizing and seeing that within yourself. You know, if you can't forgive others, if you can't give others, you know, that you know, humbleness, or the if you can't, you know, avoid being overly critical to others, a lot of times you can't do that with yourself too. So this energy is saying maybe you need to forgive yourself, you know, as well, so that you can forgive other people, and understand that, you know, potentially someone could look at your life the same way you look at others, Virgo. Someone could also say, well, man, if I had what Virgo had, I'd do more, or I can't believe Virgo is this way. So this energy feels like that's what, you know, you're coming to terms with, that, hey, I'm not perfect. You know, no one is really perfect. We're doing the best that we can. And yeah, I want other people to grow and expand beyond their limitations, but let me focus on me. Maybe I have more limitations that I need to get beyond. This whole time I'm sitting there criticizing and trying to help other people. It's like, let me see what I need to heal. And so that's this overall energy for you, Virgo. You're focusing on healing yourself, you know, giving to yourself, filling your cup up, instead of feeling as though you have to be the one potentially to carry the weight of your family, of your parents, you know. And so you're releasing this guard, this feeling as though you have to be potentially the parent. You know, you're learning to heal, you're learning to express yourself and have a little bit more fun. So you're letting your hair down this month, Virgo. You're releasing this this control, overly feeling as though you have to control things, and you know, always have to be looking out for others. It just feels like you're going to find you're going to be almost forced, with this Ten of Swords too, is your spiritual energy, potentially even forced to see the bigger picture, or to just release, you know, and to let go and to focus on yourself. But I hope this message resonated with you, Virgo. I hope you have an amazing March. If the message did resonate, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, so that other people who may need to hear this message can also receive it, as well as to let me know if you like this style of content. I'm always trying to do something new to understand what my viewers like, what new viewers may like. So feel free to shoot me a comment if you like this style of reading. But yeah, make sure you check out for your sun, moon, rising, north node, south node, Venus, or cross watch if you're interested for other signs for this month, as well as check out other resources that are in my description. And like I told other signs, potentially I will share this oracle card with affirmations and or journal prompts in a link below. So check the description out for more information. But I hope you have an amazing March, and I'll talk to you later, Virgo. Libra, you're tapping deep into your psyche, into your spirituality in this upcoming month of March 2025. Your overall energy is the High Priestess card coming out for you. Beautiful energy, Libra. I feel like your spirituality has changed and transformed you so much, and you may decide to share part of that transformation with the world, or even offer some idea, course, module, technique, or just advice that you've learned throughout your spirituality that will greatly benefit other people. So there's definitely an urge here for you, Libra, to share, to give advice, and to honestly follow your subconscious or your intuitive nudges, and to really tap into your spirituality a little bit more this month. This could also say that you'll be participating in certain rituals or certain traditions, or potentially just, you know, honoring your intuition, diving deeper into those subconscious messages, and even learning more about various traditions, various spiritualities, etc. So for this upcoming month, I put together my own spread, and we'll go through it, Libra. I already pulled out some cards for your spiritual energy, your as above energy, the energy that is above you, that is guiding you. You have the Four of Wands here. And then out of this oracle deck, we also have another card here that literally represents a house as well. So your spiritual energy, it honestly feels like your spiritual team could be bringing you to another initiation. You could be experiencing heightened psychic gifts. You could be getting new gifts that are coming streamlined to you. You could be getting just basically a lot of protection as well. But I feel like with this, it's almost like you are the chosen one, or your ancestors, your spiritual team has chosen you within this. So this does feel like following traditions, or new traditions will be brought to you, more spiritual downloads, a lot of right brain type of thinking, where, you know, the future is ancient. Your ancestors are so grand in the amount that are there to support you. So this almost feels like you're getting very amazing ideas that are flowing to you that almost seem as though you get a cheat code. You're breaking the code, you're breaking out of the matrix, but you're also, using this right brain, this download energy, getting those intuitive messages, potentially even channeling and using that to help other people. So it feels like you're tapping into either past lifetime or tapping into the collective of your ancestry, and finding ways to help others, and finding ways to really just, guide and expand people's own viewpoint and perspective, or even guiding people towards a stronger spirituality. But this really does feel like you will be getting a lot of new spiritual gifts. You could be getting a lot of new awareness, and just new possibilities that you probably didn't think were possible. But, let's get into deeper energy of the spread. So what's below you, right? Which is your subconscious energy and subconscious things that could be driving you this month. And sometimes could be obstacles that you may run into, Libra. We have the King of Swords coming out here. So this could also say that, and this also reminds me of Virgo. So you may want to check that out. You may have Virgo placements, or you may be a Virgo in sidereal astrology. This also feels like what the subconscious energy is trying to warn you or guide you away from, potentially, is over enterprising, making things a little bit too business, making things feel a little bit too rigid, making things feel a little bit too cold, being overly analytic about it. I feel like you've learned the things that you need to about the business side of things, or learned a lot, and it's time to really just flow. And that's what I'm getting with this overall energy for you, Libra. It is time to flow. It's time to be. It's time to let loose, and I feel like even if you're afraid that you may let loose a little bit too much, like this, what I'm saying with this overall energy, the spiritual energy guiding you is that no, you're protected. Even if you feel like you're going too far over the line, your spiritual team will reel you in. They are protecting, they're around you. So it's very beautiful. It's almost like you're walking for the first time, or you're using a new set of legs, and your spiritual teams is around you, watching you try these new legs out and encouraging you on. And they're not letting anything come in between that barrier while you are growing and expanding. So this is very beautiful and blessed energy, Libra. As far as what you're leaving behind, we do have the Knight of Wands coming out, right? So what you could be leaving behind is impulsiveness, doing things without a structure, doing things without really sitting down and thinking about the pros and cons of the outcome of something. So that could be something that's coming out. You could be leaving behind temptations, or even hyper analyzing yourself or comparing yourself to other people. This temptation doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but it could be temptations. It could be sexually, but could also be temptations in regards to your diet changes, working out, things that you said, oh, this is what I'm going to do. These are temptations that you're leaving behind that honestly blocks you from leveling up, or even being in tune with your spirituality. This could be leaving behind things that literally do not work well with your body, your intuition, and you know it, but yet you still do it. So I feel like you're leaving that behind. And also you're leaving behind this energy of looking at other people and feeling as though that influences you. So that's kind of that energy of comparing yourself to others, but also seeing someone else do something and like, oh, maybe I should adopt that. And you're changing your style towards what someone else's style, and that's not benefiting you, because people want you for you, Libra, not for you copying and piggybacking off other people, other creators. So a lot of this energy is saying you're leaving behind questioning yourself, potentially, or being influenced by other things. This could also say, Libra, you're leaving behind being energetically influenced, that you're finding a way, like with the spiritual energy guiding you and protecting you, you're finding a way to literally control your energy and to protect it. And so you're not open to being influenced by negative energy or any energy that's not authentic to you. So this feels like you're coming home to yourself. You're understanding your higher self, Libra. You're coming into the union with this person, this higher elevated version of yourself that your ancestors, already see. They already know you're going to become this person, or your higher self is calling in for you to merge with this current self that you are. And as far as what you're gaining, it kind of threw me for a loop, Libra, because we got the Five of Wands. I said, okay, let me get another card with that one. And then we even have this another 5 card here, which is the 5th house, and this is egotism. This is Mars in Leo. So honestly, where you're gaining or where you're walking towards could be more competition. This could be, having, a lot of energy on you, and that could be why you're being protected more. You could be getting a lot of visibility or a lot of new, eyes on you for your craft, for your spirituality, for your unique perspective, for your creativity, your ingenuity. So this energy is saying that you're walking towards, and even though this may seem a little daunting, this could be challenging people challenging your ideals, or you could be walking towards more, it seems like, conflict, because you've learned how to literally transform the conflict that you've experienced internally and make it into either a tool for others to use to transform their own inner conflict, or you could be a mentor, a helper somewhere where people come to you with conflict and you're able to help them through it, or allow them to literally alchemize negative energy into something that's positive. So I honestly feel like with this card, it's not really toxic or drama or arguments, Libra. It feels like what you're gaining in March 2025 could be this visibility of people actually seeing you for your actual spiritual gifts and how gifted you are. People could be seeing that you're literally feel additional presences, your ancestors behind you, or feel the spiritual gifts that you have. And it honestly feels like people may be throwing their palms at you like, help me, Libra, or people may come to you, looking and seeking for your advice or wanting your opinion. Or this could also say that maybe with all this new attention there could be haters, right? And if you don't have haters, you're not doing anything, right? So this is also an energy that's coming out here. Potentially people may think because you're sharing more of yourself that maybe they think you're cocky or you're extreme, or maybe you may also decide to share a little bit more problematic opinions. Not saying that they have to be harmful or toxic, but you could be just sharing very intimate opinions that may not be normally accepted, that may be honestly the truth, right? That are literally the truth, but it's like you're breaking people's norms. You're making people uncomfortable because you're literally revealing the truth, removing the veil. You're saying, this is the truth. This is what it really is. This is what I received spiritually. This is what the divine has told me. And I know that's going to make you uncomfortable, but this is what it is. So you could be learning a lot of truths that may make you uncomfortable. You may be communicating truths that's going to make other people uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, it's for the greater good of all. Right. So for another overall energy card, the main theme for you this month is Neptune spirituality. So Libra, doubling down on the spiritual energy, we have the High Priestess and then the spirituality. And just before I move on to this card, I do want to mention that with this High Priestess and this Five of Wands as well, sometimes a High Priestess can be someone that's very desired, sometimes could even be seductive. And so there could be something here about conflict or people fighting for your attention, or wanting something, or wanting to be near your presence as well. So there may be the need, or that's why your ancestors are really above protecting you, because with all of this new energy comes new challenges, and they're there to let you know that you have the keys and the tools, and that they're there, and all you got to do is tap in and call that line. That's all you got to do is get on the main line, and you'll find the solution to the problem. I'm just getting a lot of old school ancestry, like just love, so Libra, you're very loved, and you're so loved on the spiritual realm, and you will feel it in this upcoming month, because maybe you felt it on the spiritual realm, but you haven't been feeling it on this 3D or through other people, other individuals. But it's like your spiritual team is saying, hey, I just want to show you how much work you've done, and I'm going to give people, or show, or let people come in and share. It could be testimonies. People could be sharing testimonies about how much you've helped them, or you're just going to get a lot of praise. And so another thing that's subconsciously guiding you is endurance, and this could be a challenge, right? So make sure right, what you need to let go of, and don't hold too tight on certain habits, because you're supposed to be leaving behind, potentially even being seen this way. Maybe people see you coming in real fast, not consistent or something like that, or just going with the flow, and it feels like you'll be leaving that behind. And what this energy is, you are going to be walking into something of an image that could be conflicting to what people have thought of you. So this feels like you're using your spirituality to once again come home to yourself. And I think I said homecoming for another sign, but I can't think of it at the moment. But this energy really feels like spirituality has leveled up your life, and you're either sharing that level up, sharing the skills that you've learned, or just really walking in this effortless truth, because you know that you're covered. So like I said, double spirituality here for your main theme and overall energy. So this is very much where you're touching bases with the divine, with your spiritual team, and you are, you could be moving mountains, honestly, this upcoming month. A lot of things could change very fast just because of the faith that you have, right? So I'm going to read this card out, read it for other signs. This is Neptune spirituality. Okay. A star forms a window into another universe. There's a window opening somewhere in your psyche. Step through and activate your imagination to experience extraordinary dreams, spiritual creativity, and a profound connection with the cosmos. Libra, excuse me. So that is literally this energy that I'm getting here. You're probably going to get very amazing, innovative ideas through your dreams, through your downloads. It feels like your spiritual team's giving you gifts or giving you opportunities for you to use and manifest so that you can literally develop potentially an image, a brand, that's a legacy. So I honestly feel like your ancestors have this legacy and they're giving you a key and saying, hey, we believe that, you can be the one to really represent what we have been striving towards. And so Libra, this is a very, very beautiful energy. It is just very phenomenal, very beautiful. Like I keep saying beautiful, but that's the best way to say it. And I just keep getting this vision too, Libra, of just you in a circle, like as a baby, and your ancestors are around and they're just watching you grow and they're protecting you and they're just speaking words of encouragement and beauty and life. And they just watch you grow. And it's this energy where it's like she or he's ready now. They can walk now. They can take that leap, but they're still going to be there. So this could also be you taking a major migration, a major change in your life. And your spiritual team is saying it's time, so pay attention to all the signs in this upcoming month, Libra. Stay tapped in, get your meditation in, work out, because that's a form of meditation. Get outside in nature, find ways to really get those messages. So change up your routine a little bit. Follow those intuitive nudges. Make sure your diet is pretty good. It could be a great month for you to do some sort of fasting for a period of time, for you to do a ritual, for you to give an offering to nature spirits, water spirits, for you to really tap into that spiritual realm. And you don't really need advice, Libra. Let's be honest. You don't need advice. You have it. It's here. So you just follow what's coming to you and follow the energy that's around you and that is fueling you. But that's all I have for you, Libra, for this month's energy. If you like this message and if it resonated, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe so more individuals who may need to hear this message can tap in with this video. And also to let me know if you like this content. I'm trying new things on my channel, starting some, dropping some. But if you like this, I will keep doing it because I'm having fun, And so I appreciate you guys for even sitting and watching this, clicking on this video. And feel free to check out the description. I may decide to put like a little post with this card and affirmations and or journal prompts to help you out through the month. And check out any other information that you may need about me in the description as well. But I'll talk to y'all later, Libra. I hope you have a beautiful, amazing, and phenomenal March 2025. Scorpio, March 2025 for you feels very heartfelt. In fact, your overall energy card and main theme for this upcoming month is the Ace of Cups. So feels like Spirit is giving you this cup of fulfillment, of soul happiness, of joy, of inner liberation, and potentially a feeling of playfulness in relationships. You also have this other card, which is companionship as well. And so with this energy, I feel as though overall, before we dive deep into the spread that I put together for you guys, you could be finding safe haven in someone. You could be finding new friendships, new dynamics, romantic or platonic, where you're able to truly feel as though you have someone who has a like mind. You're able to let go, to be free. This could also be saying that you are starting to heal, doing a little bit more shadow work or processing heavy things of the past in order for you to be more carefree. So let's get deeper into this spread, Scorpio. As in your overall energy, your spiritual influences for the month, the things that are above you, right, is the Knight of Cups coming out here. We also have this card, Rebellion, which is Mars in Aquarius. So I honestly feel like, Scorpio, your ancestors are potentially guiding you to heal a little bit more, giving you some sort of safe haven. I said that again, but they keep giving me the word safe haven, an opportunity to really let your guard down and relax, and to start processing things of the past. So it feels like they're giving you small dosage of either what your life could be like if you weren't so rigid, or if you weren't so stuck in past ways, right? With this Aquarius Rebellion card, right? And so it just feels like your spiritual team is urging you to rebel against yourself, to rebel against any patterns or tendencies that are based on the past and are just really reactions to traumas or pain that you have experienced. And so so this energy feels like you're going to be giving blessings, potentially blessings through other people. People could come in and give you different like sweet things and trinkets and gifts and things of that nature to make you feel good. It almost feels like you've been you prayed for a sign. You're definitely going to get the sign. You've been praying for some sort of change, and it is coming. It may comes in small bits and pieces or small little settings, but it's coming for you. Now, as far as your below energy, we just did as above. Your below, your subconscious influences for the upcoming month. You have the 10 of Wands, and we also have this birth card as well coming out here for you for this upcoming month. And so for these subconscious influence, I feel like this could be potentially you fighting for things that, you know, for the principle, for the moral, or fighting towards, you know, maintaining something that you don't really need to, like making yourself a martyr for a cause that necessarily isn't your cause to begin with. I feel like the subconscious energy here, especially with this birth card, could be saying healing things of your lineage, healing things that your parents went through and their parents, right? You know, the egg that made you was in your mom while she was in the belly of your grandma. So this energy feels like what's below is that maybe you're fighting for something that is something that needs to be released in your family lineage. You're fighting for this tradition or this moral, how things should be done. And it's just like, maybe you should be free. Maybe you shouldn't sit there and be so structured and rigid when your ancestors could be saying, hey, you know, maybe they did it this way, but maybe that was flawed. Maybe it wasn't the way that they wanted to, or maybe they adopted something because of some other reason, but it's not their truth, or it's not where they want you to be. It's not the authentic freedom for you, Scorpio. So a lot of this feels like you're about to come to realize a few real truths, and they could be a little harsh truths, but you're prepared for it. Also, with this birth card, subconsciously as well, you could be working very hard to make something come to life, to produce something, whether that is a child to conceive or working on a business and things like that. And this energy feels like, Scorpio, it may be time for you to play, to let go, to have a little bit more fun, to not feel like you're always going through an uphill battle. You don't always have to prove and do stuff. You don't always have to accomplish things. Sometimes you can just be. And that's what this energy feels like for you, Scorpio. You're going to learn to just be. And maybe that is uncomfortable. You know, if you're always on the go, always accomplishing things, it can be really tough to just be, to just relax, to be simple. You know, maybe you want to get some advice for Libras, because Libras in their reading was all about spirituality. They may have some advice for you. So check out that. You may have Libra placement somewhere as well. Now, what you're leaving behind, we have the Two of Swords. Okay. And I feel like this is, you're leaving behind potentially, like I said, making decisions that you probably intuitively or you really don't want to do, but you do because of norms, society, how things were, or you feel very obligated to do things, or you're maybe also leaving behind this like this ideal approach of how things should be. Like, I'm probably repeating myself, and you're moving beyond that, because it's almost like you're going to trust yourself more. That's where you're moving. You're leaving behind like self-doubt, feeling stagnant, feeling as though no one is putting as much effort into potentially family dynamics as you are. This feels like you're just going to understand. And I picked this up for Virgo too. So you could have Virgo placements in your top 3, or this could be dealing with the Virgo, in your life as well. But it's like, you know what, you're moving beyond being overly analytical and being trapped in your head, or even trying to prove why you do something, trying to prove what you do is right, or trying to prove what you do is the way that it's supposed to be done. And you're just going to just have more fun, you know. What you're gaining is the Hierophant, right? And you also have this ostentation card coming out as well for you. So I feel like this energy too of what you're leaving behind could be, you know, sometimes people, the mentor, the student comes to the mentor, or the mentor can recognize which students are worth their teaching and which students are not. And so that's what it feels like. You're moving towards understanding more of your spirituality, of your gifts, understanding more of how energy works as well. Like I said, this feels like your spiritual team is giving you small nudges or small little bouts of information, and you're going to learn how to move forward. And this is also saying within this energy, you're probably moving forward, conserving your energy a little bit more. And this ostentation could be saying you may become, you know, it may be obvious, you know, that you are, things have changed, that you're focusing on yourself, or that you're working on becoming this inner authority. Or maybe this is also saying that you are spiritually inclined a little bit more than you have been as well. And maybe that's something that can seem flashy, or maybe your lifestyle, maybe you're accomplishing something, you've reached a new milestone, and that could seem flashy, or it can seem a little bit overwhelming in the public eye, but I mean, you're moving towards it. So this feels like potentially, your ancestors could be, or even an institution could be promoting you. You could get some sort of level up. You could be graduating. You could, get some sort of new accomplishment at your belt. Or this could also be saying too, with this love, right? With this love message that Scorpio, things could be getting a little bit more serious and heated within your love life as well. And there could be some sort of public, display of affection or public display of commitment or wanting to bring things to the next level. Now, for the main theme for this month in this oracle card, you have Leo wisdom coming out. I'm gonna read it out for you. I read it for the other signs. A litter of puppies tumbles joyfully. Playfulness can make your heart feel full, Scorpio. Have you been having enough fun lately? When and with whom do you find yourself in a joyful mood? If your enjoyment quotient has been low, let your inner child lead the way, Scorpio. So that's what this feels like. Have some fun. Go out, experience some PDA, enjoy yourself, Scorpio. Potentially you've been putting so much pressure on yourself and picking up all the dead weight when potentially no one really wants you to pick up the dead weight, or maybe it's just not in alignment for you. So I just feel like you're coming to terms in reality with a lot of different things, and maybe you're no longer taking things personal. Maybe you did all this extra effort because it was personal. You felt everything was personal. But what this energy is your ancestor is potentially giving you that Hierophant energy, moving towards understanding everything isn't personal, But that's what I have for you guys, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, feel free to give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe, so that other individuals can reach this or receive this message that needed, and also so that I can know that, if you like this style of content, I'm trying new things on my channel, so I would greatly appreciate, engagement on this post. And I said with other signs, I said as well that I will probably share this card in a post that will have journal prompts and or affirmations to accompany that card to help you and guide you throughout the month of March. I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic, spectacular month, Scorpio. And take care. I'll talk to y'all later. Sagittarius, you also are another sign where I'm definitely getting a song lyric before I even pull any energy or cards for you, and that is horses don't stop, they keep going. So that's your overall energy for March 2024. And to put that in better terms, you have your eyes on the prize. You know where you're going, you know what you need, you know the destination, and you got it. Your overall energy card, in fact, is the Magus, the Magician card. And the Magician has, all the aces of every suit. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So you're using everything that you have, everything that you've learned, all the tools and resources that you have to make a difference, to make a change. You're putting your energy into something that's worthwhile. You're no longer wasting your energy or feeling as though you are, losing time or losing life. You're living for something. You're not dying for something, Sagittarius. It's a beautiful energy. I feel like another thing too is that, in this upcoming energy, the overall theme for you this month potentially as well is understanding how to problem solve or to really talk to others, to negotiate, to understand the needs of others, to listen. It's like you're learning how to get what you need or to make situations or relationships even better by utilizing or learning a new set of skills that can greatly benefit you. I put together a spread for this upcoming month, and let's go through it for you, Sagittarius. So the spiritual influence of the overall energy that's guiding you spiritually, we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out. And then we have this moon card in Taurus, which is exaltation. So spiritually, your ancestors are definitely around. They're around very heavily as well, too. They're guiding you and they're giving you a lot of the vision. I feel like the biggest thing for you, Sagittarius, with the spiritual energy that's guiding you for this month is that, you are being reminded of, that there's power in prayer, and that, the faith the size of a mustard seed can really transform and change your life. And that, it's all about, honestly, being steady in the progress. It's all about having the consistency. So you could be getting a lot of downloads of things that, like, this reminds me of Libra a little bit. Sagittarius may want to check that reading out. This feels like getting different spiritual downloads from your ancestral lineage. Just seems like also this could be ancestor veneration. If you gave an offering, Sagittarius, your ancestors received it. Or maybe this is saying your ancestors are saying it's time to give an offering for this upcoming month. Start an altar if you haven't, or understand that your body is an altar. You can start an altar with something very small. It doesn't have to be this large space. It's just a candle. It's all the elements. It's a candle, some earth element, water for the water element, and fire is the fire element, and then air would be a little smoke. You give it incense, things like that over time. And so that's what this feels like. So your spiritual team could be guiding you, giving you dreams, intuitive nudges for you to exalt them. And this doesn't necessarily all just have to be your ancestors. It could be the divine. It could be different sort of high level energies as well that want to work with you, that could be introducing themselves, or you finding a different cause, like a spiritual cause that you really want to put your heart into. So it feels like you're learning more of your purpose in this upcoming month, Sagittarius. Now, as the below energy, we just said as above, so below, your subconscious influences and things that are guiding you subconsciously and potentially could be challenges in this upcoming month. We have the Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the Friendship card as well. And so what could be the subconscious energy driving you for this upcoming month could be, once again, feeling like there may be a sort of contradiction here. It's like your ancestors are saying you are way beyond this point, and maybe you feel like you are still at the beginning, or your ancestors are telling you, and in the actual suit, this card comes and then it's this card that's following. So actually I have that reversed. It really could be saying that that you are moving towards a new chapter, but maybe your spiritual team is saying that there's a foundation that may need to be rebuilt. They're also saying severed, so maybe you do need to sever something, and that could be basically rebuilding your true foundation by severing or releasing, or releasing a past foundation as well. So this feels like you're coming to terms with the truth, your inner truth, your higher self's truth, the truth of your elevated ancestors, your elevated spiritual team, the truth with the divine. And this also feels like the subconscious influence as well is like you're learning too to become a friend to yourself, to learn to nurture yourself, to love yourself. And that could be what your ancestors are guiding you towards, this exaltation of yourself, to love yourself, to honor yourself, and really take care of yourself. Because when you take care of yourself, you're showing that respect to the divine. When you respect your body, you're respecting God, the divine, your ancestors as well. So this is like teaching you a lesson where you may need to go a little bit back to basics, but it's still guiding you towards this level up. And just make sure too, Sagittarius, you don't need to rush anything. You don't need to try to skip through parts. You're going to make it on time. You're going to do what you need to do. Everything is at divine timing. So if there's some issue or some feeling about rushing, take it slow. That's what your ancestors are saying. Don't try to leap forward. Remember, get that foundation. Build a solid foundation. That's going to be more substantial than trying to skip over and get loopholes to get to the outcome that you want. What you're leaving behind, Sagittarius, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we also have this control card, Jupiter and Capricorn in the 10th house here. So you could be leaving behind being overly stubborn. You could also be leaving behind some sort of financial goal. You could either be growing financially, or you may have to invest some money financially. So you could be leaving behind being overly comfortable. You may be walking in a season where you're being really challenged. You're walking out on faith, and it's going to be a little uncomfortable. So that's what I'm feeling like you're leaving behind. This could be, like I said, investing into something that you may have to spend a large amount of money on this upcoming month that may make you feel uncomfortable. But here's the catch, Sagittarius. What you're leaving behind is the Queen of Pentacles, and what you're gaining is the Empress. So you are walking into fully being in your divinity, fully being this Empress, right? You also have Mercury and Sagittarius as well. You also have another Sagittarius card out here. So you're coming into true ownership of yourself and walking into your own. I feel like past Sagittarius, you thought you were the Empress. You thought you have it all controlled. You thought you were doing everything right. And what's going on is that you have to take a step back. You're realizing it could be from your ancestors or your higher self, from God the divine, telling you, hey, actually, you don't actually have the true perspective, or that there's no true perspective. There's no true right or wrong. It's about, making sure others feel like I said at the beginning, heard, comfortable, and that everyone is centered in love. So this energy feels like you're learning in this upcoming month the small details that were blocking you from being the empress or being the emperor as well, you can say, but from nurturing yourself, nurturing other people, really loving. It almost feels like you thought that love was stability, or you thought that love was a very rigid and fixed thing. And it's like, no, your ancestors are coming in and saying, no, this is real love. And you're learning to be an example of that real love, that real beauty, that real nurturing, creative sort of energy. And I feel like you're learning more about yourself. You're discovering yourself again. You know, it's a very beautiful energy here. Your oracle card that I pulled for you guys is Sagittarius and Material. I'm gonna read it out loud for you guys. Horses gallop through endless fields. Go on a journey with your mind, body, or spirit, Sagittarius. New and different experiences can remind you of your own vitality as well as expose you to fresh perspective. Move out of your comfort zone and into uncharted territory, Sagittarius. Like I said, this may be a very uncomfortable month because you're doing things, you're moving forward, you're on the objective, and that may come with you, risking some things, but you may need to risk some things. You have to get uncomfortable to win, to get where you need to go, to move forward, to leap forward. So that's what I feel like. You're seeing the vision, you're moving towards the future that you know that you can create, or now you can create the future. I think this is very beautiful energy for you. It's very transformative and just very powerful. You're empowering yourself this month. You're nurturing yourself and empowering yourself, and you know your truth, and it's unwavering. But that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, for this upcoming month. I hope the message resonated with you. If it did, feel free to give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. By doing so, you allow me to, one, reach other people that may need to hear this message, and two, allow me to know that you like this style of content. I'm trying new things out, and I want to make sure that it resonates with you because I'm here to help, and so if it's not helping you, let me know so I can move forward. And if it is helping you, let me know so I can make sure I do this for you guys frequently. But that's what I have. Make sure to check out for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node sign, or to cross watch if you like for other signs within this reading. And potentially you may find in the description this card, a list of this card for you, and a list of affirmations and our journal prompts that you can do within this upcoming month to keep you guided and to keep you on this path and this objective that your spiritual team is guiding you towards. But that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have a marvelous, miraculous March 2025. Until next time, y'all, I will talk to you later. Bye. Capricorn, for the month of March 2024, the first thing I'm hearing before I even pull on the energy of the cards that I've set aside for you is a big reset, or the great reset. And so that's the overall theme and energy for you for this month of March 2025. And your theme for the month, the card that was pulled, is the Star card. So you could have just went through something that seems shocking, or some sort of major change, some sort of, divine shift. Some sort of tower moment as well with the Star card, because the Star card follows the tower. And so it feels like you're healing, you're seeing the silver lining in things, you're seeing, the beauty, and potentially even expressing more of your inner beauty, your light, your creativity as well. Maybe you are reinvesting your creativity. Maybe you're going public with things. Maybe you're deciding to share. And I feel like that's what this energy is saying. Maybe time to start sharing, and, maybe even working on long-term goals in regards to your art, in regards to things that actually heal you. This also makes me feel of like creating a dopamine journal, or creating some sort of book or database for yourself where, if you're having a bad day or you're doubting yourself, you can go there and do one of those activities that makes you feel whole and makes you feel complete. Let's move forward. Like I said, I pulled together a spread for you guys for the as above energy, or the spiritual energy that's guiding you this upcoming month. We got the 8 of Wands coming out for you. We also have this card here too, which is devotion. So I feel like the spiritual energy for you is it's a day and night energy, or your spiritual team, and that it kind of goes into the star energy. Your spiritual team, and the spiritual energy guiding you, feels like you are understanding that even if it is darkness, there are still stars. Even if there seems to be no hope, there is still the ability to still hope. Like, this energy feels like no matter what obstacle you're going through, there is always another perspective where you can choose something else. So honestly, just so far, Capricorn, it feels like March 2025 is restoring your faith. It is restoring your faith. you know, in yourself, restoring your faith in your spirituality, restoring your faith in where you're going. You know, maybe you really have been doubting. Maybe something happened that took you off track and you just been, man, just really stuck and confused and wondering if the vision you saw and the vision that you want to happen can even happen. And this energy from March is saying, yes, it can. Now, as far as below energy, the subconscious energy that could be driving you for this upcoming month, we have the Page of Swords, and then we also have this caution card, right? And so this energy is saying subconsciously, you be aware, be cautioned of speaking ill over yourself, speaking negativity, being so caught up in being right, they're saying as well, but also just, you know, no, like I honestly feel like you're beyond this point. You know, you're beyond the Page of Swords. So this energy is saying it's time for you to get beyond it. So there's this fear here, potentially a fear, or maybe you're purposely putting yourself back, right? So that you can protect yourself from, you know, being potentially ostracized, or protect yourself from being judged, or protect yourself from over responsibility, or protect yourself from failing. You know, so a lot of this energy for you, Capricorn, is saying like you're beyond this point. It's time for you to adjust accordingly for this major reset. Let's reset. Let's refresh energy. So the biggest energy I'm hearing is a big reset, a big reset. And I feel like the biggest thing subconsciously, what you may need to, you know, question within yourself, if you are afraid of failure, or if you are afraid of repeating past mistakes. Have you healed from the past? Do you trust yourself to really invest in yourself, to move forward confidently? And this could feel like you may want more public recognition, or you may want more stability, or you may want just different things in your life. It looks different for everyone, of course. And it's literally saying that part of what's blocking you, if you haven't received it yet, could be your viewpoint. Could be how you're seeing things. You're seeing the dark side and you're saying, oh, I'm so upset that it's nighttime, instead of saying, wow, look at these constellations that I can sit and browse and look at. You know, it's looking at a perspective. It can easily be something that's painful, but you can easily turn that painful situation into something that has a silver lining that could benefit you, Capricorn. Now, as far as what you're leaving behind in this upcoming month in March 2025, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we also have this Venus and Virgo, this discrimination card in the 6th house. So I feel like you're leaving behind potentially being stubborn, potentially discriminating on things, or really not discriminating fully, but, you know, seeing opportunities being presented to you, especially even spiritually, and you're casting judgment on it, or already saying this won't work because of this reason. You're not taking those leap of faith. You're being so guarded. What you're leaving behind is overly protecting yourself, overly protecting your ideas, overly protecting your energy. It feels like you've created literally like a fence around you of what you can and what you can't do, but what you want is outside that fence. And so for March 2025, we need to destroy that fence, because that fence is not protecting you. That fence is literally the thing that's blocking you, but you think it's protection. So the biggest thing here for you in March 2025, and potentially the whole 2025, for you Capricorns, is removing illusions, and especially the illusions that you place over yourself. It is being honest with what you want and how you're going to receive it, but really about your interpersonal relationship. Now, what you're getting, Capricorn, this upcoming month is the 4 of Swords, and also Jupiter and Taurus. So honestly, you're gaining this sense of well-being, that everything is handled, that you have everything that you need, your needs are met. You could be walking into, you know, new financial abundance, new stability, new opportunities that's going to create financial abundance. You're walking into, like I said, the energy is a big reset, a big refresh, a big reset, a big sigh of relief. But once again, the biggest component for you Capricorns is that you need to make sure you're focusing on being optimistic and healing beyond any tower moments that you receive. It feels like you're in a boot camp class, Capricorn, or something is in boot camp where potentially you may have been thrown curveballs for a very long time to see if you're going to get to the star card. Are you going to sit down and just stare at the tower that you fell from, or are you going to look at the stars and say, you know what, I'm going to get up tomorrow, or I'm going to follow that North Star? You know, that's what this energy feels like, Capricorn. You're going to fall from the tower and just sit there and stare at the tower of what could have been and where you were, or are you going to see the stars and say, let's find a new home, let's move forward, let's see what else I can do, you know? And so that's what this energy is. And even with this 8 of Wands being the spiritual energy that's above you, guiding you, it's like things are about to move very fast, very fast. And so make sure, or pay attention to your thought process throughout it all, Capricorn. Now, for this main theme card that I pulled for you, and you have a Saturn card, it's limitation, which is great because you are a Saturn ruled planet. So here we go. And this card I feel like is going to be super significant for you guys. Pruning the roots. Go to the root of a matter and find out what needs to be cut back. Capricorn. Limitation now can create expansion later. Connect with the part of yourself that is self-sufficient, practical, and experienced. And so this could also be saying too, like I said, you're in this boot camp and it could be teaching you that you are abundant just as you are, that you don't have to do anything to be abundant, that abundance is your birthright. And the more you get comfortable knowing that and you believe that and that's your inner truth, you will always gain and you will always be kept. And that's what this feels like. It feels like recommitting to yourself and recommitting to the idea or the inner truths that you know or you used to know, or maybe you didn't know, but now it's time for you to figure that out. And so you're in your spiritual team, your higher self, it's a lot of energy coming to you and revelations and giving you choices. Like that's what this feels like. You're getting choices, you know, choose this or choose this. Like it's almost like this feeling of maybe you felt empowered. I mean, you didn't feel like not empowered, but you could be feeling empowered this month, but maybe you didn't feel as though you had power, like you lacked power, and that, you know, every time you grasped for something, it was fleeing and it was just slipping out of your hands. And so this month is like you're getting the options. You will be able to express your power. But most importantly, you need to make sure you know which opportunities are opportunities and which things are obstacles that are coming to you. And, you know, look at your end goal too, Capricorn. Where are you trying to go? You know, does that thought process that you have, does that benefit where you're trying to go, or does it hinder it? You know, is your spending habits, does that benefit where you're trying to go, or does it ruin it? You know, so a lot of this is saying, let's remove any limitation, but also let's make sure we also are limiting certain things so that we can grow and expand. So I feel like a lot of this is learning to nurture yourself or see your life as a grand project or even as a garden that's growing and it's expanding. And sometimes there's not the best harvest some years, but some years is even more phenomenal. And understanding, you know, the universal laws of life, they're highs and lows, that, you know, and you're just part of it all. Change is inevitable. And that's what this feels like. Change is inevitable. Pain is inevitable. Happiness is inevitable. We're going to feel all these different things in life. So it's not personal sometimes too, Capricorn. So that's what this energy feels like. And there was another sign that I said is not personal. I think it was Scorpio. So you may want to check that out. You may have a placement there, or it may resonate with you as well. But that's what I have for you guys, Capricorn. Make sure to check for your sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, any other south node, if you like, any other sign that you like to check out. And if you like this message, if it resonated with you, feel free to give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe so other people can find this content and connect with it and receive the messages that they're meant to hear. And two, so that I know if you like this style of content. You know, I want to keep doing things that you guys resonate with, that benefit you guys. So please engage with this if this does help you out. Potentially, I will have a link in the description with this card and affirmations and or journal prompts to accompany it. So look down the description, as well as if you need any information about me, it will also be in the description. But it was my pleasure. I hope you have amazing, you know, great reset of March 2025, Capricorn, and continue to glow, continue to thrive, continue to shine bright, you know. And maybe that's also part of this reading for you, Capricorn, is realizing that you are the star. You know, no matter what, if your life around you is darkness and things are going chaotic, you are the star. You are the centerpiece, you know, and as long as you have you have everything you need. And so that's what this feels like, Capricorn. But once again, it's my pleasure. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Aquarius, things are moving very fast for you in the month of March 2025, potentially too fast, actually. You may feel like you may need to take a breath, you know, you may need to pace yourself as well, but I feel like spiritually, potentially things are moving so fast so you don't have the chance or the opportunity to doubt these new beginnings that are coming in your life. So you may have to make a lot of fast and quick decisions this upcoming month, and it's teaching you to be that real authoritative figure over your life. It's teaching you to really come into one with who you are, and where you're going and what you represent. So you can handle all of this. It may seem a little extreme, it may seem like a little much, but it will work out for your good, and you have all the tools you need to make these decisions, especially if it's happening really fast. So let's get into the spread that I set and made for you guys for this upcoming month. We're going to start with the as above energy, the spiritual guidance, or the spiritual energy guiding you in this upcoming month. And we have the 8 of Wands. Another sign shared the same message. So you may resonate with Capricorn as well, or check in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, because Capricorn had this for the overall energy. I mean, you're getting also other signs, you're also getting other cards that other signs have also had in the reading. So I would recommend checking out any sign that you feel drawn to for this upcoming month, because it doesn't have to be your sign for you to get some beneficial message. But yeah, so for your overall, or the energy that's guiding you, oh, I forgot to give you your overall energy for this month is the Prince of Wands. This is the main theme, the first card that came out for you. So like I said, this feels like things are moving fast, but it feels very exciting. It feels very fun. Like I said, making decisions on the fly or making very spontaneous moves feels like what's coming for you in this upcoming month. Spiritually speaking, the things that are guiding you, we have this practicality coming out, the moon in Capricorn in the 10th house. So I feel like the biggest thing coming out here for you, Aquarius, is that your spiritual team could be, like I said, giving you or moving things very fast so that you don't have time to doubt yourself, but also so that you don't sit and weigh options and be at a stalemate and postpone things that can happen fast. Another spiritual guide or things that are coming to you or you're being guided through spiritually for this upcoming month, Aquarius, feels like, your spiritual team telling you your dreams are practical, or telling you the things that you want, that you're working for, are practical. And so it starts in the small decisions that you make and the decisions that come to you every day. Does this support this new me that I want to become, or does it not? And that's what this is saying. So if you are making very fast decisions, make sure you know, does this support me or does it not? Does it support where I'm trying to go, or does this not? So I feel like that's the biggest energy coming for you spiritually. So let's get into the as below energy. So this is going to be your subconscious influences guiding you this month, and could be potential challenges. And so what we're getting here is another Capricorn card, right? Mercury in Capricorn, 10th house organization. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. So I honestly feel like your spiritual team is fighting and guiding you to release scarcity mindset, or release limiting beliefs within your career, and especially your finances and your stability. And so this energy is saying, don't overfight where you're being guided. Like if some decisions don't really make sense, this is a month where you may make decisions that don't make sense, but they will pan out, Aquarius. And so this energy feels like you are so focused on the worst case scenario, that it may be time for you to sit down and organize your thoughts, put them on paper and pen. What is the worst case scenario, and what would I do if that happened? That's going to make you feel a little bit more comfortable, and it's going to make things practical. I think the biggest thing for you is old school paper and pen, Aquarius. There's a lot of things that you may overly fixate on because you haven't got it out your head, or you have been avoiding it, and it gets larger and larger the more you avoid it. So this energy is saying time to organize your thoughts, especially organize self-limiting beliefs and things that are holding you back, things that need to be let go. It's time to. This could also be saying you are moving, Aquarius. You could be moving in this upcoming month. So make sure you are letting go of things that don't need to be there, and organizing, but really letting go of clothing items, certain things that just don't serve you. That, once again, if you're trying to be a new person, you may need to let go of certain things, certain things that you don't want to even wear anymore, or may carry energy from memories that you don't really want to think about, people you don't want to think about. So Aquarius, don't get too sentimental if you're moving, especially on, leave some things, donate some things to charity, get some things out, go to Goodwill and release some clothes, release certain things that you don't need. Let's start off from a fresh slate, So what are the things that you're leaving behind, Aquarius, in this upcoming month? We have the 3 of Pentacles, and then we also have this protection card, which is the moon and Aries, coming out for you. So I feel like what you're leaving behind potentially could be feeling as though, there will never be enough. You always have to overwork. You always have to do so much to feel as though you're comfortable. And so this is energy also is really reminding me of the Capricorn reading, where it's like you're learning, potentially you're leaving this behind because you're learning that you are enough and you're abundant just by being alive, that you don't have to overwork to prove your worth, not even to anyone, but especially not to yourself. And what you're gaining moving forward, Aquarius, in this upcoming month, we have the Emperor, and then we also have the Sun and Libra harmony. So I feel like you're coming into one with yourself. You're coming into union with this person that you want to become, and things are feeling very harmonious. And I feel like you may even be doubting all these decisions you have to make this upcoming month, but you're making the best ones. It feels like everything is coming very harmonious for you. It feels like you're finally going to be able to take a seat and appreciate the things that you've built and how far you've come. So you could be decorating, you could be sitting down and looking at a project that you've worked on for such a long time come to pass. You could be seeing a loved one, take this major level of experience, or experience a new change in their lives, and you're sitting there and you're admiring it. I feel like a lot of the energy around you, maybe other people are taking very severe or making very tough decisions, decisions about long-term stability, or is expanding their family, or doing different things that you may have doubted in yourself, but to see someone else do it potentially, and this is third house, so it talks about siblings and things of that nature. Maybe your sibling is going through a major life change, and to see someone else do it, makes you feel a little bit more comfortable embarking on these new territories. And so that's what this energy feels like for you, Aquarius. But your main theme card that I pulled for this oracle, from this oracle, is Compassion, Pisces, Spirit card. I'm going to read it out to you. Open the door to your heart. Opening yourself to other people and their feelings can lead you great compassion, Aquarius, but it can also leave you exposed. Ensure you have healthy boundaries, but let kindness imbue your actions with passion and purpose. Compassion makes the world better, Aquarius. And I feel like the compassion is needed is for yourself. I feel like you're very hard on yourself. You're very tough on yourself. And what's needed right now is self-compassion. It's needed that when you run into an obstacle and you're confused, don't beat yourself up. Don't be rude or anything like that to yourself. Give yourself self-compassion. Tell yourself it's okay. If you're frustrated, don't be quick to let that, to just try to, remove the emotions. See what that frustration is trying to teach you. And so this is just feeling as though you're potentially learning compassion through someone else. And this could be how someone else is loving someone else, how someone else is loving themselves. This could be a lover loving you. You're learning a lot about who you are and appreciating yourself as a whole. The good and the bad, the pros and the cons. This feels like potentially even doing shadow work so you can understand yourself holistically. But that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that other individuals that may need to receive this message can receive it. And so too, I can understand and I know what you guys want and what content resonates with you guys the most, because I'm here to help. And so if you like this, please make sure you share some love on the post so that I can do more of this. All right. I told other signs, and I'll tell you too, potentially within the description box, you may find a link to this card and affirmations and our journal prompts to accompany the card and also to guide you throughout this upcoming month. But if you need any other additional information about me, it will be in the description box. But I hope you guys have a very magical March 2025. And until next time, Aquarius, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Pisces, for the upcoming month of March 2024, the first message I'm getting before even diving deep into the energy of these cards is feeling though as if it is time for you to push through and it's time to stop procrastinating. So potentially you've been procrastinating something, and in fact your overall energy card for this month is the Prince of Swords. So it's time to use your analytical mind to push through and to remove any blockages or barriers, and to be resourceful as well. And so that's what this feels like. It feels like finding ways to be resourceful, using your connections, using others, asking for help, speaking out on things, saying things out loud could really benefit you in this upcoming month, Pisces. In fact, this literally could say you may need to express things maybe you haven't told anyone, or express different truths that really have been weighing on your heart or on your chest, or just let out a lot of energy, especially through the vocal cards. Maybe this is saying you may need to sing, shout, say things out loud, like I said before. Just release a lot in the vocal cord or even in the throat chakra. This could also be saying if you have some sort of presentation, to make sure that you are planning ahead, doing like a peer review or a mock run before you move forward. So let's get into the spread that I put out for you guys. Pisces, we have this as above energy, your spiritual influences and guides for this upcoming month. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we also have this card of optimism as well coming out for you guys. So I feel like your guides are working overtime, potentially, like I said, nudging you to either be optimistic, to get things done. Maybe you're, have been blocked in past months because of you've been down. Maybe you've been a little depressed, or there's been some unfortunate things that have happened that have put you off of your trajectory and the path that you've been trying to get to, or that you've been working so hard towards. But it is okay. This energy is saying get back on, just get back on the agenda and to be optimistic. Every rejection is protection. We're always working and being guided towards our divine truth, and everything is at divine timing. Now, Pisces, For the energy that's subconscious, the as below, the subconscious things that could be influencing you and driving you, we have the Knight of Swords. So this card has came out twice, the Prince of Swords and Knight of Swords, two of the same kind, right? So what could be influencing you subconsciously as well? We also have a versatility card coming out. Could be, like I said, maybe this Knight of Swords is saying potentially you rely too much on the analytical, of being slightly aggressive, trying to get your approach, moving very much on the target. And this is saying maybe you want to add more creativity. Maybe you want to be a little versatile. Maybe you want to be a little laid back this time as well. Get the work done, but maybe add a different approach. If the last approach didn't work, how can you change and be a little bit more innovative with what you're doing? And so that's what this feels like. And also, how can you, look at your peers and see what your peers are doing and use that as inspiration, not saying copying, but using other examples, potentially even people that are in the places or have the career, the accolades, or the finances, the family that you aspire to have, and see if they're what they have to say. This could be famous people or very critically acclaimed individuals as well. Read documentaries, autobiographies, things like that to help you and guide you and understand, just putting things in context or giving you a little bit more clarity. So I feel like March is about clarity. You're getting clarity about a lot of things, but you're also being very resourceful. So what you're leaving behind this upcoming month is the Nine of Cups. And I honestly feel like you're leaving behind potentially being selfish as well, or only making your, and that could make sense with this Knight of, or this Prince of Swords. Potentially you go very head first in the things that you want and you don't consider the collective. You don't consider other people. You don't consider how this could hurt others. And it feels like you may be leaving behind being a little selfish, or maybe even overly self-indulged. Maybe that self-indulgence could be making you lazy or sluggish and blocking you from being action-oriented. So I feel like Pisces, the biggest thing for you is like a big kind of, I want to say reset, which reminds me of the Capricorn. So you may want to check Capricorn out. You may have Capricorn placements in your chart, but it just feels like a big chop. You could be doing a big chop, within your hair, but this feels like a big cutoff, a big chop where you're reinvesting in your goals and you're saying, you know what, it may be time to sacrifice some things. It may be time to be resourceful. And it's really funny because you got another card that Capricorn had, and I'll read that to you. So double confirmation. So you may want to check out Capricorn's reading. You don't have to be the sign or have it in your chart for it to resonate. A lot of this is collective, right? So what you're gaining this upcoming month, Pisces, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And then we also have Venus and Aries. So I feel like you're gaining, you're leaving behind potentially being stubborn, being stuck in your ways, being stuck, looking at the past. You could be leaving behind, relishing in all of your past accomplishments and feeling as though that's enough to get you where you need to be. This energy is saying, you know what, it is the present day. Yeah, I did this, so and so. Maybe this is everything of my past, but this energy is saying that you're realizing that, yeah, the past can hold some weight, but it doesn't bear enough, or it doesn't hold enough weight of what you're trying to accomplish. You need to do current goals or make current accomplishments, if that makes sense. I feel like I just talked in a circle, but what you're gaining, it feels like new opportunity, new resources to add real stability. You could also be leaving behind this Nine of Cups because you're trying to gain the Ten of Cups. You're trying to have that family stability or have that community that you really care about and supports you as you support them. And so this energy feels like potentially you've had this jaded viewpoint of what you wanted. Maybe you've had a selfish viewpoint of what you wanted, or maybe you want to give to people, but it's from a selfish place. And so what you're growing or learning and going into, you're gaining this month is a new perspective, and you're learning to challenge yourself to do things from a different, or see things from a different perspective, but also do things with a new approach. And so instead of being super headstrong and moving super fast all the time, it feels like you're going to take the long route. You're going to slow down. You're going to, feel around, fulfill your senses and really just understand everything holistically. And in the slowdown, this could be saying that you were blocked. Some things did not work out because you needed to slow down. You needed to see some signs. You needed some divine intervention, that if you did achieve certain things, maybe it would have really, been not the best outcome. And so this energy is saying that your spiritual team is going to show you why it happened, or your higher self is going to show you, God, the divine, Spirit source is going to show you why certain things that were blocked happen that way for you, Pisces. So everything's in divine timing. Have that faith, have that trust. And this is your oracle card that I pull, which is the overall energy, the main theme for you this month. And like I said, this is the same card that Capricorn received. And this is Saturn limitation, pruning the roots. Go to the root of the matter and find out what needs to be cut back. Limitation now can create expansion later, Pisces. Connect with the part of yourself that is self-sufficient, practical, and experienced. Literally, self-sufficient, practical, and experienced. That's where you're going towards. That's what you're working towards, you know. It's potentially this leaving behind being overly flashy, overly showing. It's going to be showing your skin a little bit too much, or flashing your resources, flashing the things that you have, flashing superficial things. And it's like, no, I'm moving towards actually making meaningful connections and dynamics that make me feel nurtured and make me feel very whole and feel safe and very practical and sustainable. And so this energy for you, Pisces, feels like, yeah, some things didn't work out, but it was all for your protection in the end. It was all for divine guidance. And it was all so that you could be where you are now, and you can sit back and think about things. But also, I feel like whatever opportunity, if there's something that was blocked, it was for a reason. And that this energy feels like, have faith about that. Maybe you need to slow down, maybe even missing some messages, you know, maybe it just feels like protection without a doubt. And so just be thankful for it and start asking yourself that. You can pray about it. You can ask it to your higher self. You can pray about it. Go to your ancestors if you want. You can say, why was this blocked? Show me the truth of this matter, and get that, you know, revealed to you. Maybe that's what you should focus on this upcoming month. And that's what I'm saying. Closed mouths don't get fed. So this energy of speaking, ask your ancestors, help me through this. Help me through this obstacle I keep finding. God, help me through this obstacle. Just, you know, remember that you can ask and reach. You know, we have free will for a reason. Sometimes we need to ask for divine assistance, because, you know, like I said, we have free will. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope this message resonated with you. I hope you have an amazing March. And if it did resonate, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe so other individuals that may need to hear this message can also receive it. And also so that I know that if you like this content. If you like it, please engage so that I can continuously do content of this style. And that's pretty much it. I told the other signs that potentially you may find this card or a link to this card for you, and affirmations and or journal prompts to accompany it to help you throughout the month. And you will also find a description information about me. And so, yeah, that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope you have a spectacular, phenomenal March 2025, and I'll talk to you later, okay?